Let's talk about diminished chords. Traditionally, the diminished chord in major keys has been used as an alternative to the 5-dominant 7 chord because they share the same functional tritone. In fact, if we compare the G-dominant 7 and B-diminished chords, both from the key of C major, you'll notice that the two chords are almost identical. The only difference is the missing G in B-diminished. This helps the B-diminished resolve nicely into C major, just like the G-dominant 7. However, starting in the 20th century with the birth of jazz and the growing popularity of the Impressionist era, the diminished chord started to see alternative uses grow more and more popular. The first strategy we'll look at is known as the ascending diminished, or sometimes the secondary diminished. This chord is used almost exactly like a secondary dominant. You'll start with a target chord. This can be any chord that you want, but here our target chord is G major. Next, find the root of your target chord. This is the note that your chord is named for us. For us, that would be G natural. Then just find the note a half step lower than your target chord's root. Since the root of G major is G natural, the note 1/2 step below that is F sharp. So we'll put down an F sharp. After this, it's a simple matter of just building a diminished 7th chord. We'll start with a diminished triad, and then add either a major or minor third on top to create a half diminished 7th or fully diminished 7th chord. Either option is perfectly fine, and it's really up to your own preferences. This chord, much like the secondary dominant, will have a functional tritone that helps pull you into your target chord. The main differences between a secondary dominant and a secondary diminished are the amount of dissonance each one has, and the root movement used to resolve it. Another option is something called the passing diminished, and follows the same exact strategy, just instead of building a diminished 7th a half step below your target chord, you'll build it a half step above. Starting with G major once more, we will find that the note a half step above G natural is A flat. So we can build an A flat diminished 7th or half diminished 7th, which resolves nicely to G major. Now, unlike the secondary diminished, this strategy does not have a functional tritone. But the sound of a chord resolving by half step down is so powerful that you still get a feeling of resolution when using this strategy. Both of these strategies are super helpful for adding a bit more dissonance or jazzy personality to your chord progressions while you write. I hope you found this helpful. Until next time, keep studying, keep working hard, and keep writing new music.